Hey, howdy, hey. Make sure my mic is on. It is, yes. I gotta fix my wallpaper because it's like switching, and that's not what I want. Okie dokie. Unfortunately, I will be eating because I didn't finish my dinner. So let's get into this. We shouldn't have any issues with crashing because your girl went and freed up a lot of room on her computer. Cold pizza. Okay. I have 2 subscribers? When did that happen? That's why everybody's playing Resident Evil. Ooh, that bite was a little spicy.
All full up. Can't carry anymore.
Ai, Champelil Kashike.
Kujala lehaj tutsil maken.
Beglae Janek Binchuk.
Ashkin wali.
Paletani Jan ekbin ekil leich junkino. Sole ekbin.
Hello? Pisco sent me.
Hachkach?
Did you say you were cast out for lying?
Maishik, de holchinta ben yo olin wali kuhahil. Chen letin ke bano.
What happened?
Una hinwalik main will mish huntul ischulul koleli. Mishmak o kesach olti kuhahil. Mishbikin utich.
What outsiders?
Pues no kopzoli helanu kulbate elantiantiop. Kutakikop kantun. Tingo lahti le much. Kilech kunesahil. Jol el kantun jet el zulul makobo. Tohol chintaben yol tus nachen. Tus? Le cantunot ya le diop. Humpel kineya nu jilal. O kapela kile much. Kilech kunesahilo.
So what do you do now?
Tulaka luke sapte nishik. Inkuchilim pachtalil. Inkaba. Balebeyo na huyuchulo. Jolin wilik minan balin belal.
And you found one?
Bey, ikilinkanang tiklemanilo, tinguantik lekint silma kuchuko. Uchiba li shaha unuratu, uhahal halachilov paititi. Male u kilich kunesahil kukulkan. Tulakalbash kingwilik, kingwijik yetel tulakalbash inwohele. Tialinguantik le kushul batelo.
A worthy cause.
Kintushtik makobo, koltik le kantun sup utalesik le zulul makobo. Mantatskupatikob humpeli li kuchil.
Sounds like you're making a difference in a lot of people's lives. Thank you for sharing. It was nice talking with you.
Veshanti tenishik.
All full up. Can't carry anymore.
Ya, pues la guana va a ser ya vio ya quality ni bate quality ya chiquitia como chico de manga mi kata timsi maka juga ya ni kata maka onka ya mendati sikana kada matin kenya onka como kaki ya auto no lo nikli okay ma tak manati
Impossible. I can't carry anymore.
Ikamatiaka nikini kodlaka akimatineko ni kancamaka onka dia mendati sikana kada mati aku mau kaki jauh no lo nikli okay ma tak manati
Hello, welcome in. I don't know why I said it like that.
This describes something nearby. Canals bring water to the arid parts of the village, and they washed me away. Hello.
Bishavelishik, Helanin Willik Huntul, it's Sulul Kolel Waye.
Pisco sent me to speak with you.
Ah, Pisco, Utulubulten,
You've seen other outsiders.
Chen Huntul, Kichkelem Kachil, Utsjetel Yutzil Mak, Et Yakuntaba, Vale, Kumpel Yakunach Maunahi, Makamben Kuyalik, Umuchkilich Kunesahil Kukulkan,
There you go, I did it for you.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
Paten Kimil, Kashente Puko. Tu Oshpel Kinile, Tinkamachle Kimilo, Letunka tu Kashten, Letzulul Mako, tu Wachen Jetel Tutsaken.
Who was he?
Ma inwohel bishukabay, sokuman jabhab, palekeshika inkaile, yankin kimbin shimbal tepukubo, tushanukule condor, sole kinmoli kukkumop, beyokupakta lukajalten.
That's a remarkable story. Thank you for trusting me with it.
Nivolal jola wuyi kenishik.
All full up. Can't carry
Ah.
anymore.
Ishik. Akat wa awui, humpel bal, humpel kusik baltik, inakachili.
I would love to.
Soka wilik leche no, jante kajo. Masima, awohel wa bashtem tijanop telo,
No, why?
juntena que yan chakton, juntul ishahao. Juntul kolel, hach kuyubi kuba nokbal. Tuya. Alah kapan. chenop hello. Yalo yili kuyochel, lekin manak, ichile kajo.
One day, she knelt beside one of the pools, and a fish surfaced. She became very angry. The ripples in the water ruined her reflection. This queen tried to capture the fish, but she slipped and fell in and disappeared.
Disappeared?
Many tunnels between the whales were discovered during the search, but she was never found. Some say the queen is still down there, trying to catch that fish.
Thank you. That was quite the story.
Where the fuck am I? Which one do we want? I just realized that's why everybody's playing Resident Evil, is because the new game came out, and I was like, I've never played it, and I was watching Queen Savvy play it. Yes, well, I had her on in the background, and I had my sound up for her. I had to turn it off because I was like, "Is that happening in my game or in hers?" And I don't like this. I don't like the sounds of lickers, so. You're looking at the game that made me a gamer. This and Harry Potter Quidditch, the OG game, not the second, not the newest one. Lick-er. You're fun. Oh, how was the concert? Oh no, what happened?
That must be the temple I saw from the riverbanks.
Work paid for it, but a supervisor has to come. I got their first ticket, but since it was just me, all the other tickets went to other coworkers and people they invite. Why was work paying for 3 days grace? A coworker invited a problematic dude that got pretty yelly and violent towards guests, including my boss's wife. Oh no, bro. Oh no. Oh no. This just sounds like an Am I the Asshole Reddit story.
I don't have enough space for that.
I indirectly feel responsible for suggesting a band that attracts this kind of people. Concerts might be done for. No! So you've learned your lesson!
I don't have enough space for that.
Hey Mermaid, am I the asshole for suggesting an angry teenager band to my coworkers and us? FAFO over the kind of people this attracts? What's FAFO? Let me out! Oh. Oh!
This must be where they perform rituals honoring the sun. I won't last long if I fall in the water.
Woo. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. Okay, what's FAFO? Because your girl does not know.
I think this might be the exit.
Okay, well, we don't need to be here. Oh, okay. Now I feel dumb.
Can't make it across. I'll have to backtrack.
Ooh. Ooh.
Can't make it across. I'll have to backtrack.
But I can't make it across over there either! Woohoo! Okay, nope, that didn't work. Okay. What the fuck? There we go. I hope that was the right way.
can't make it across. I'll have to backtrack.
I'm so confused.
So confused, yo. Bro, I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
May Remax be the May Urgu be the... When the caverns begin to... Turn mirror 1 to the left. Follow the beam of light to mirror 2. Direct mirror 2 across the chamber diagonally. Return to mirror 1. These seem to be instructions of some kind, but I can't make out the rest. all full up. Can't carry anymore. Now to find a way out of here.
Fuck it.
Makin sulu. Hum.
Mapetik palpecho.
You're fine.
Hi.
Welcome. The gods favor us both. Here you go. The gods favor us both. Here you go. The gods favor us both. Very good. Thank you, Ishiki.
I have some items that might interest you.
How is everything?
Look what I have for you. Thank you, friend.
You're here during a busy time, friend. The tanners, the butchers, the weavers, the dyers, even the teachers. All the districts are preparing. The market will be busy. Great thing. Come see. I might have what you need.
Maluktun.
Have you met Paimo, Ishiki? The fool. Thinks the gods punished him. Lazy bastard.
Do you know what's missing in this city?
Love.
It used to drift on the air, like the scent of hibiscus.
Amaru returned for his brother.
A little advice. Stay out of the wilderness, friend. Something dangerous prowls out there. This is as near as I ever go. And it...
I make my way all the way over to him, and he tells me we can't barter.
Ilawich! Ilawich! Atsak ukastal!
Why, ma?
Taika que tsokol yetelela. Ales tiokyo. Gaitales le wakitabo. Le poloco. El peque sinjitu men guaman leti que chile.
Ámalo, ámalo.
Maletile jabo. Hach kakas makopian. Veika shinobe yeti.
ماهر جلوب.
Do kids don't authority where you come from, Cheeky?
I think it's part of growing up, pushing boundaries. Are they in danger?
Yane, Matuchika Hilbashku, Yalik Lechilamo. Vale, dile Tikuyalalba.
Me and Nedsley used to play together all the time. But I haven't seen him around a lot lately. I understand why, I think. He has important things to do, important for all of us here. But I miss him. No one could throw a stone farther across the earth.
My wife is very ill, as are many others. A sickness. It's brought by the outsiders. Someone should do something.
White capybara. Both a blessing and a curse.
Hello. Are you an outcast?
Yes, Ishiki. Hello.
I heard you talking about a white capybara.
Oh, not just one. There are many of them.
Pisco sent me to speak to all those who are cast out. You're a hunter.
I am now. I was once a farmer, but that wasn't the life for me. I felt trapped. Forced to live up to the duties and expectations brought down by my family. I finally refused and went my own way.
And a white capybara was responsible.
No, Ishiki, a herd of them. One night they assaulted my field, trampled everything, but I did nothing to stop them. I just watched. They gave me an idea. A herd of these capybara, all white. What if I could hunt them? What if I could finally get away from the fields?
So you did it?
Best decision I ever made. My father disowned me and gave the farm to my sister, but that's fine with me. I'm a hunter now. They call me Paimo the White.
Thank you for the entertaining story, Paimo.
Thank you, Ishiki.
Ooh, is this a zip? Sorry, I saw the Tomb Raider. We have more Sophie Turner.
Maleti le jabó.
Can't quite make the dialect out.
Senza da pilica witch.
Pila wichismana.
Now I serve.
Hello. Are you one of the outcasts?
Yes, Ishiki. I'm Chaska.
I'm Lara. Pisco sent me.
Pisco the dead? Sent you to me? Did you lose a game of Patoli?
No. A boy Taki lost his dice. I'm trying to win them back for him. Pisco wanted me to talk to all those who've been cast out before he gives them back to me.
I'm surprised he didn't try to play you for them.
He is.
Ah, well, all I can tell you is this. Like Pisco, I was cast out. I lost my job and my position. But not because of an accident, because of something I did and would do again.
What happened?
Do you have any children?
No.
Neither do I. I did not receive the blessing of Ishel. But for my mistress, I was the midwife for her 3 children. I loved them like they were my own, until I lost my position.
What did you do?
I'm a thief, Lara.
What did you steal?
Children.
A jade necklace.
Oh.
Why?
The youngest, Kiara, she saw the necklace while visiting a friend. She took it. They were coming for her. They would have cast her out. She was an only child. I said I took it. My mistress took the necklace from me and threw it on the floor, breaking it, and cast me out instead.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sad for me. I would do it again. Kiara's learned her lesson, and she has a good life. As for me, I serve Ishel now through my weaving, the way my mother taught me. And my Kiara comes to visit me sometimes.
Thank you for sharing that, Chaska. Kiara was lucky to have you.
Be well, Ishiki.
Impossible. I can't carry anymore.
Come see what I have to trade.
Hello.
Hello. You're Lara, aren't you? Pisco sent you.
He did.
I'm Moreika. That was the second time I heard your name today, Lara. The cultists are talking about you. You're the one who started the cleansing, the one who found the key of Shakshel.
I am.
Oh, don't feel bad, child. The cleansing was long overdue. It must be decided. Do we continue or begin again?
That's not an easy decision.
Did you hear that, Rimac? Deciding the fate of the world is not easy. I like this one. You're right, Lara. It isn't. And if the cult of Kukulkan decides, they will enslave us all and call it protection. Won't they, Rimac? He doesn't talk much. The cult is acting out of fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of the outside. Fear of change. But the same threats that are outside are in all of us. Fear is the enemy, not change. Change is the only constant. But look at me rambling on, Rimac. The lady must want to buy something to help in her search.
Why, she got weapons! Okay, Granny.
Good deal. Enjoy it. Good deal. Thank you. Good deal. Thank you. Enjoy it. Good deal. Enjoy it. Good deal. Enjoy it. Good deal.
I don't have enough space for that.
Enjoy it. Thank you. Enjoy it. Good deal.
Romanati. Marchanta. Teo si wawa ni kandang ting. Hok the mega quali. Teo si siwan. Monati. Sema.
I can't figure out what this means. Pisco?
You've already spoken to them, haven't you?
I have.
But you still don't see it.
They all had hope.
You need to do better than that if you want to win the game, Lara.
Yeah.
Hope is one thing.
In
but all those
2019.
they cast out have thrived in their new lives despite their circumstances.
Even you, Pisco.
Well, I am the best Batoli player Paititi has ever known. Not bad for a dead man.
Not bad at all.
So again, what did you learn?
I learned that sacrifice can make your life better. That you shouldn't be constrained by the legacy of your family. You can find your own path. Love is stronger than death, and you need to believe in something greater than yourself. But ultimately, you can't control everything. It's what you make of your situation that defines you.
Well said, Lara. You're sure you're not dead? Taki thinks he lost his dice because he was unlucky. But it's not the throw of the dice that wins the game. It's the skill of the player.
I see that now.
What did you think of Moreka, the outcast?
She was expecting me. She seemed to know quite a bit about me.
Ah, she knows a lot about everything, Ishiki. She has the most wondrous items in her shop. Artifacts known only to the gods.
I saw.
You were lucky you found her. She often travels outside of Paititi, gathering inventory.
She seemed the most optimistic.
Of course she is. We have a saying in Paititi. We all create destiny. We don't choose our circumstances, only our actions. A lesson my friend Taki needs to learn. Well played.
Thank you, Pisco.
You have to
I'll bring
remember
the
that
dice
I've
back to
played
Taki.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've played like 12, 11 games of this. Her outfit.
Listen for the sound of drums.
I got drums in my headset right now. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's good. Like, here's a t-shirt. Here's some pants.
This'll be useful.
Do kids don't authority where you come from, Ishiki?
I think it's part of...
On this video, someone's showing how to make clothes for puppets that are super simple and not like actual clothes patterns, so it's cheap to get the same effect. I mean, you shouldn't have to... Oh yeah, like the Walmart fabric is super cheap. Especially if you got the pre-cut shit.
I can't figure out what this means. I found your dice, Taki.
I know.
Oh, thank you.
Did
I told you,
say
thrifted.
Pisco stole your dice?
Everyone knows Pisco steals.
According to him, you wanted to play a game and you lost.
He wouldn't let me play again. Just one more roll and I would have won.
Pisco wanted you to know.
It's not the throw of the dice that wins the game. It's the skill of the player. Now that I have my dice back, I can practice more. Thanks again, Ishiki.
Where is my mother?
She's settling matters between the guards and Hakan.
What's it like outside Paititi?
Well, a lot of things. It's a very big world.
Bigger than Paititi?
Bigger than 100 Paititis.
Why?
Will you take me there?
I think your mother might have something to say about
Why?
that.
Why do that?
What you're looking for is in there.
How will I know when I found the right chamber?
By the smell of death. If you survive, you can find your way back through the old irrigation system. I'll meet you there. Be careful. The cult often patrols there.
I'm confused. Why were we using a jar of mayonnaise again? Oh, you were gonna put jelly beans in it. Okay. Is that from the vegan mayonnaise? Or did you get the vegan mayonnaise because that was, you were out?
All right. Through there. Having not heard from This seems to represent Unuratu leading. The smell. This must be the place Etzli mentioned. Steady, Laura, steady. I'm gonna be sick.
Thank God we don't have smell-o-vision.
Okay, take it slow.
Hair!
Damn it! No! Okay, take it slow. You can do this. Ritual sacrifice. Oh, great.
Okay, I think we're about to get into battle soon, so... The clothes I'm gonna do tomorrow, and I can dye the white cloth. I got super thin paint in a bowl, I think. Yeah, you just have to use heat to, cure it. And I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go potty. do dry, like blow dryer.
Guess I have no choice. Is this one of the rebels? A serpent with a silver eye. I'm on track. Yes! Through there. Ugh, the smell keeps getting stronger.
Laura, how's it going?
I found another serpent with a silver eye. I must be getting close. You?
Talking tattoos with Uju.
Tattoos?
Yeah, you saw Unuratu's, right? It has a heron and an eclipse on it. That might have something to do with the silver box.
I don't think so. Looks like this is the only way, okay? Full of oil and blood. There. That barrier's down. Need to keep moving. Is this some kind of bloodletting chamber? Must have taken hundreds of sacrifices to get enough blood to fill these channels. Now, to find the silver box. A serpent. This must be what Trinity's missing.
There's the little rebel prince.
Nestle!
Over there! Get her!
Damn it! Get out of the way!
Dei, combattimenti! Oh, uccidi i vaganti!
Hey Laura, if you can, head back. Uchu has something he wants to ask you. I think it's a favor.
Okay, I'll make my way back as soon as I can.
Did you hear about Chloe?
Come to plunder, outsider? Great warriors have failed the challenges. The hidden places offer rich rewards, if you survive.
What are you talking about?
A rite of passage. A test to separate the corn from the stalk. A trial that all cultist warriors must face. Nothing for the likes of you.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Then find the path of battle. You and your arrogance can survive it.
Taita Quetzocol Yetelela, Ales Tiokio.
Did you hear about
Ishik Bisha Beatuya, Techa Shikin.
Bastan! Pila Beach!
Lekin kuchu ahawiletsli.
Unuratu must be worried about Etzli. I have to tell her he's been captured.
Yane, matuchika hilbashku yalik lechilamu. Vale, dile tukuyala.
Sitten Saseni.
Lekin kuchu ahawiletsli.
Bing bang!
Powerpuff Peach just redeemed Bing Bong.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Powerpuff Peach just redeemed Lizard.
Unuratu must be worried about Etzli. I have to tell her he's been captured. Unuratu must be worried about Etzli. I have to tell her he's been captured.
Shanka Shikich. Basten Kachka Benseman.
Unuratu! Etzli's been captured. I know. They're holding him at the barracks. We're working on a plan to release him. I tried to get him, I'm sorry. He's a warrior. What's that? This is a key. It looks like it belonged to the mountain temple. It is adjacent to where they're holding him. Is the box of Ichel connected to the barracks? Is that why the cult occupy the temple? It's heavily guarded. When we go in, it has to be subtle, silent. Is there a back way? There was one, by the salt mine, but it has deteriorated. It's treacherous. I might be able to manage it. Perhaps. You did survive the sacrificial pit. I haven't been back inside since I was a child. But from what I can remember, the barracks are within an inner stronghold. If I can get in through the back way, I can clear a path and let you in. We will free Etzli, then go find the box. I'll take care of my son. You go after the box.
I don't know. We're trying to keep a low profile.
I would go. Only I can't abandon my post here, and time is running short. It would mean a lot to Queen Unuratu and the rebellion.
Uchu and I were talking, and, well...
Uchu, what's on your mind?
The day of Etzli's coronation is approaching. Soon he will be a man and take the first steps towards becoming Paititi's future king.
That sounds like a day to look forward to.
It's the hope for that day that keeps a lot of us fighting Amaru and his cult.
Sometimes we all need to remember what we're fighting for. Is there something I can help you with?
When Etzli's father Sairi died, Unaratu bestowed the honor of surrogate father onto me. One of my duties is to gather 3 sacred items for the ceremony.
But with all that's happening right now, you aren't able to. What are these items?
They are the Savior's amulet, the champion's bow, and the king's horn. Each a blessing from the ancestors of the future king.
Tell me what you need, and I'll see what I can do.
I already have men retrieving the amulet and bow, but if you could find Kabil, the instrument maker, and get the king's horn from him, you would be doing us a great favor. He's been difficult. I sent 2 men and both have failed. Perhaps you could talk to his wife.
I think I can manage that.
Be mindful. Kabil can be prickly sometimes, but Abra, his wife, has a way of dulling his edges.
Voynich. I believe that name's in reference to the Voynich manuscript, which very cool. Max Voynich seems to have posted a lot in No Sleep like 5 to 10 years ago, but it looks like he hasn't posted anything in 6 years. He has enough of a following that there is an r/Max Voynich subreddit that people seem pretty hype about. But he has, looking on that subreddit, they have a bunch of his standalone stories put up. He has 2 of the stories we're going to be reading today, which include The Rat King and If We Misbehaved, We Had to Stand in the Shed. In addition to that, he has a ton of other cool title stories like Help, I'm Trapped in a Sitcom, as well as one titled Sex Cannibal Psycho Freak Killer, which sounds like the kind of story you'd be interested in, Hunter.
I don't know.
Then after we get done reading him, we're going to have a story from an author we've all come to know and love, Dopa Bean. And we love Dopa Bean because they wrote the incredible story, what was the correct title for it? The Dead Girl in My Yard Was the Best Friend I Ever Had.
Yeah.
The one about like the Wendigo thing in the backyard, like tried to lure him in. That one. So that story was sick. So today we're going to be reading their story. They told me I was nothing but a dog. So
yeah, pretty stoked. All the titles. I mean, Max's story is Rat King. It's just awesome. Love that. And then also even just the full title of his story is If We Misbehaved as Children, We Had to Stand in the Shed. something
Father,
else stewed
Father,
with
come
us.
quick.
So
It's the Ishiki.
just a two
What do
fun
you want?
ideas, but we haven't done a
don't have
grab
time
bag
for
in a bit, so
Unratu's
we'll try to
rebellion
read
right
some
now.
shorter stories.
Are you Kabil?
And see if
Uchu sent me for the kings.
maybe Max is a longer
king's
story that we can
horn.
dive into.
The call to the future.
But for all of our
Look at the
wonderful
good that
audio
future's
listeners,
done for
thank
my
you for
present.
listening on Spotify
Just
and
go.
Apple Podcasts. Thank
The
you
cult
for
found out my
giving
dad
us a
was
nice
making
rating
the
there.
horn.
You know, one of
They
these
poisoned
days
the
we're going to be
crops
number
as
one
punishment.
on Spotify, boys.
Mom
I
got
think the
sick.
highest we've ever gotten is
My
2.
brother Quali went to the market to get herbs.
And then one of these days,
No, we hit
Hasn't
one.
returned.
We hit one for a couple days.
That's
remember?
terrible. Let me see if I can find your brother and get the herbs you need.
we need to be up there. I think right now we're in the 40s. We need this is a war cry to everyone to rush over there and listen to that episode. Listen to this episode on Spotify and help us out to be good. Or just keep watching on YouTube. I don't really give a shit. And thank you to patrons as well. All of our Patreon members have been getting some live streams, new episodes, and just
Excuse
exclusive
me.
episodes and
Ah,
stuff.
Ishiki.
Isaiah also is
How
doing
can I
a
help you?
reaction to
I'm looking for
the
Kuali,
episode that I
the son
read.
of
He's gonna give it
Kabil.
a nice critique, so
That
looking
poor
forward to
boy.
it.
Which I know nothing about
Chimali,
yet. It's
one of
on
Kukulkan's
recording, so that'll
thugs,
be
is
great.
holding him in a
You'll
cell
love
up
it.
at the
You'll
market,
love it.
I'm sure he's
waiting
not
for the
saying
Ahau to
anything
come to
offensive or
punish
anything
him.
that I would object to. Or
Thank you.
No,
put my
God,
foot
no.
in
Be
the
well,
back.
No,
Ishiki.
no, definitely not. And so thank you for our Patreon members who are supporting the channel as well. So if you want some free content, or if you want some extra content, be sure to head over to Patreon and check out our Creepcast Patreon. All right, without further ado, let's get into Rat King.
I will say real quick, while looking at Dopabean's account, so Dopabean's Reddit account actually got deleted, and I'm seeing a post by a friend of theirs explaining that it got permanently deleted. So they're
A
trying
herb
to figure
thief.
out where to go
He
from
must be
here.
very
So
dangerous.
We'll link some of
Today it's
Dopabean's
theft.
other stuff
Tomorrow,
in the description.
it's
They
murder.
have that series, the North
That's
American
quite elite,
Pantheon,
don't you think?
which we talked about before.
Really
seems
want to know what I
kind of
think?
like SCP
I think we should round up all these
adjacent
little
with,
rats
like,
and
the
drown them.
society
Every one of them,
keeps track of
especially
supernatural
Emil.
entities.
His father may be a serpent guard, but he
and
is
there's
not.
a subreddit for that where like some new links have been put, so we'll link that subreddit. I think. Oh, did they make a new account? I think they made a new account. Dopa Beans.
We almost had it. Your father's
So that's
going
clever.
too
Get
slow
around the
with
Dopa Bean branded now.
Hello there.
We'll be sure to link
Yoshiki,
that.
from the
We'll link
outside,
that.
right?
They also have a
Yes,
Substack that
it's
has
nice
a bunch
to
of
meet
their
you.
stories.
Wow.
So we'll have a bunch of places to support them. Because
I'm
that's got to
yummy.
be rough.
What sort of game are you boys playing?
This
It's
much
not
of
a
following
game.
around writing
My
on
father
Reddit,
is a
and then
serpent
Reddit's
guard,
just like,
a priest.
no.
I took his
No,
ceremonial knife to show my friends, and Shimali the guard
We'll have a bunch
saw.
of places that you can
Shimali
support
knows
them
what
with
father
blood.
would
Please
do
that
if he
because
found
they're
out I took the
fantastic
knife,
author.
so he threw it up there. Now
Alright,
it's
so anyway,
stuck.
Without further ado, we're going to be getting
Oh,
into the first
let me see
story,
what I can
Rat
do.
King for Max Voynich.
Wow,
Hunter, are
really?
you ready?
Let's do it.
Cute.
Let's do it. Rat King. Now, a collection of rats whose tails are intertwined and bound together by one of several possible mechanisms, such as entangling material like hair or sticky substances like sap or gum.
Thank you, Ishiki.
Or
You're
tied
welcome.
together.
Hey,
Have you ever seen
wait
a
a
Rat
minute.
King before?
The grown-ups
Yeah, it's
around here
horrifying.
always chase us
Yeah,
away.
Brutal.
But
Seeing
you
all their
helped.
tails just like
What do
basically
you want?
woven together.
And they're all
It's
trying to
supposed
I'll do
run
the
and
talking.
tear in different directions.
So what
Yeah,
do
they're
you
all
want,
running in different
Ishiki?
directions. And
I
it's
mean,
the high-pitched
there's something we can
squealing
do
instead.
to pay you back.
I'm trying to help Kuali.
Have you done?
You're too late. He's been
I feel like you
sentenced.
had an animation that had something
death.
to do with a Rat King.
We can't do anything. And Chimali the guard
I feel like there was
hates
some
it.
visual of
Would
like people
Chimali
tied
chase you
together
if you
trying to run
provoked him?
away.
Why?
Because if he's not at his post, I can get to
I
Kuali.
could be wrong. I don't
Yeah.
know. Too long.
Funny note. Speaking of
I
your
like it.
animations, our
Chimali,
Patreon
you
editor
coward.
and like
You'll end your
my
life
editor
as a
Caitlin
slave.
was over
Come
at my
taste my
place,
blade.
and I was like, "Oh, have you seen Hunter's short he did?"
Yeah,
She was like, "No."
and there's
So I showed
llama
her
patties, too.
your Meat Canyon short, you know, the live action. And midway through, she was like, "Is he okay?"
Please, they
Yeah,
were
that's
just
fire.
herbs.
Like this
I
all the
beg
time.
you.
Your brother
You know
told
what?
me of your
Fire,
troubles.
Fire, dude.
Wait,
Alright, yeah,
who are you?
That's reasonable. If anyone,
Someone
if
who
anyone
wants to help.
criticizes you in the
I never
slightest,
wanted
That's,
any
well,
of
that's
this to
what it has
happen.
to be. You have
I
to
was
realize you
only
have to
trying to
rule with
help
an
my
iron
mother
fist,
get
Isaiah.
well.
You don't
Where the
understand.
that doesn't work for me because
Give them to me.
her included
I will
in every
heal your
editor
mother.
I have
Go. Your friends are
despises
waiting
me
for you at the cave.
and constantly uses
Thank
their
you.
platform
Here are the
to
herbs.
find ways
I'll run as fast
to
as I
destroy
can.
my reputation.
Oh,
did
good.
I tell you what Nate did?
No.
Okay. Don't let him edit this part because he'll edit it out. I was talking to Nate and he was like, Isaiah, I have a confession. Nate, for those of you that don't know, edits Creepcast a lot. He also edits a lot of Wendigoon stuff. He was like, I have a confession. And I'm like, what? He says, in most of your videos for the past year, I will add a very subtle and very quiet fart reverb sound effect.
Fart reverb sound effect?
Yes, just enough to sound like I farted loudly. But it's not like an obvious sound bite. It's like just subtle enough to where it's like, oh, did he do that? And I remember that one time I was listening back to a video after it was posted to YouTube, and I heard that and thought I did it. So for the past year, I've been
Kuali is
paranoid
safe and I
every
have the
time I'm
herbs your wife
recording
needs.
that I'm gonna fart
And did you
too
come to
loud
cure
for it to be
her
heard.
or to
And it
barter
turns out it
for
was
the
all
king's
a
horn?
psyop
Here,
by him
this will help you.
because he thinks it'd be funny if it sounded like I farted.
That goes to show how welcoming your community is, though. If you're just shitting your pants all the time and no one cares, and if there's no outcry of like, Isaiah, my God.
But
just
it's
wait
not,
a little
it's not
bit,
like
edit it
it's
out.
not like a loud sound effect everyone would hear. It's just enough that if it's quiet while you're listening to the video, you're like, did I maybe? I don't know. Like it's just the idea that I did.
We
That's all
welcome.
he's getting through.
We welcome people shitting their pants. That's what we welcome.
My point is, my editors try to effectively kill me with like these Tom and Jerry contraptions, with like like making me look stupid and stuff like that. So I think Caitlin's allowed to say that you're not okay because
Well,
she's
that's
right.
you.
You aren't.
Well,
okay.
that's you, and this is me, and fired. So it still stands.
Me or her? I don't think you can fire me.
It'd almost be both. It's almost both.
I don't
So-
think you can fire me. I don't think you
Tread
don't
lightly.
employ me anywhere. You don't employ me anywhere. You can delete the channel, I think. You could sink the boat to kill both of us if you really wanted to.
I will do
but
what must be done. I will do what
Okay.
must be done, and I don't want to be tested.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. No, so yeah, Rat King. The first time he coughs like that, we're halfway through a game. It's wet, rasping, and he doubles over as he tries to force it out his throat. Stop.
Are you sick?
He rolls his eyes. Kings don't get sick. I can see that look on his face. Like he doesn't want the world around us to
see what I
change.
have to trade.
Like he doesn't want the dragons to turn back to trees. or
Everything is
sprouts
for sale.
Gold to twigs and
Except
string.
Remax Drum.
He doesn't want this imaginary world to collapse in on itself.
Enjoy
I don't
it.
want to stop playing either.
Thank you.
The second cough drops him to his knees, and he has to reach his small arm out to steady himself against my leg. I bend down, pick him up by his armpits,
Enjoy it.
hoisting him until
Thank
he's
you.
back on his own 2 feet, and tug on his hand. Let's go.
Enjoy
Kings
it.
don't get sick, but little brothers do.
Thank
I gave
you.
his hand a squeeze, and we set off home. It takes us a little while to get back.
Enjoy
This
it.
coughs mean we have to stop every few minutes.
Thank you.
We have to take extra care to
Enjoy
avoid the
it.
tunnels once it starts
You
to
don't
get
have
dark.
enough for that.
I'm sure they're just rumors, just fiction, but I can't help letting parts of them take root in my mind. The rumors change
you.
depending on who you speak to, whether it's told
Good
to you
luck,
by an
Lara.
old drunk or a cautious teacher. But all have a few things in common.
Jonah,
They say
I
that
think I'm
years
close
and
to the
years
mine
ago,
entrance.
sometime in the
Butcher says
50s,
it's at the edge of the
there was a
mountain.
huge
He said Rebel
underground
had opened
complex under our town.
Thanks.
A complex that spread out in all directions like fungus. Something happened down there. Although what this event actually
Can't figure out
was
the
changes
dialect.
from
I must
person
be
to
missing
person,
something.
and it was abandoned. Some claim that a whole city actually lived down there, were forced to evacuate after the nuclear reactor went into meltdown. They say that it was a huge government cover-up and that this is the reason that strange aircraft make flybys over our otherwise boring little town. Some claim that the complex was populated by a strange cult who made a deal with something so terrible and ancient they can never see the light of day again. I've even heard people say that the junkies found the labyrinth of tunnels under the city and used it to navigate the town and smuggle in dope until they stumbled upon something that trapped them down there. They call the people who supposedly live under the surface rats. Claim that after years without sunlight, they went pale and lost their vision, and that they'll chase you using only the sound of your feet if you wander too deep. Wayward little boys and girls will get chased by rats, rats with milky eyes and long fingers, until they're caught and eaten whole.
Reminds me of The Descent.
It sounds like The Descent. It also sounds like that Australian found footage movie.
Oh, the tunnel.
The tunnel. Yeah. Yeah.
There's something very like just frightening about like people who acclimate to darkness and just live down there, breed down there, to where now it's like these weird inbred kind of like a new inbred species that exists underground. You know, that's just blind, almost like mole people or something.
Yeah. I like the idea of what's the word for
Last
it?
to leave and first to return.
Speculative evolution.
I never should have
This
sent
word
Quinty to
where
a
it's
den.
like, oh, what would humanity or like different species look like given, you know, I mean, obviously this is only like 50 years, but given like thousands of years, what traits would we develop? What would be bred out? Stuff like that. I think that's a fun kind of thought process, and I think that's why the mole people stuff is so
What
scary,
are we doing here?
because it's like, man, if we were in complete darkness, what would we look like? Given enough time,
just the
you know, what would
uncanny
we
nature.
adapt?
Uncanny nature of like if you're walking through one of these tunnels and you just see like it's like almost entirely a regular human, but completely bald. And
Yeah.
like eyes wide open, but obviously can't see like that. It's just like little things like that, really fucking creepy.
I mean, think about someone born to that, because you know, like babies in the womb are like in total darkness, and then they're
What?
born into total darkness, and they just never develop those senses. It's like, what would the rest of their body look like?
I became such a
There's a
pussy
lot.
when I was born, man. I'm so claustrophobic now, and just think I spent 9 months in a little sack.
Oh,
didn't bat an eye, didn't care. As soon as
You're
I was
just
born, I
fine.
became a bitch. Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Who do you think would be scarier, bald, completely hairless, me or you? And don't you dare, because you know I know that you immediately closed your eyes and you saw my fat gut, and you saw like a giant larva. I'm gonna put a okay. Don't smile. I'm gonna put at least an argument out there that I think that if you did not have a beard, if you didn't have a mustache or anything, and a bald head, no eyebrows, your lips would be.
Uchu
so
said the
much fatter.
entrance to the cistern was
So
a
much
cave
larger.
above the white tree.
That
We're
it
talking
would,
about,
I think
like-
that it would offset the folds and grundle and textures that cover my fat skin.
So we're talking like alopecia, right? We're not just talking about bald on the head. We're talking about.
I'm gonna say if we're going this far, I'm gonna say like alopecia, but we're also going like mole people. Like we're blind. We've definitely been underground. That kind of vibe.
It's hard to imagine you.
Oh, it's hard to imagine you with a beard.
I feel like we would both look like weird grub things, because I have such a weird head.
I don't think
my
either of
head's
us
huge.
would look good. The problem
I
with
think
me,
I think I'd look terrible.
the problem with me is you at least the back. You ever see a lake, like a still lake? You know what I mean? Like a still lake, and then
Yes.
a breeze goes by and it ripples the water. That's what like the entire backside of my leg looks like. And it's horrifying.
So you're saying the body hair is doing you a few favors?
The body it's not doing me favors. It's keeping me human. It's the only thing that shields anyone who sees it. Even just the general public. There's times, man, where I go out in public, I'll have like a pair of basketball shorts on. I'll go to a grocery store. I'll bend down and just get like, I don't know, some cheese or something. And I just know that like a little bit of my ham hock's peeking out just from underneath, like right near my hamstring or something. And I'm like, whoever's seeing this must be absolutely revolted. It looks like a beehive. Just like the texture, it's just absolutely unbelievable. And I refuse to make changes, which is the worst part. I'm too set in my ways.
Right. You were talking about my lips, and I need to show you this. So, I was switched dentists recently, right? Because we moved,
Right.
and then they're like, "Oh, well, you need to send your records over from one dentist to another," and the first dentist office sent me like their records of X-rays and photos and stuff like that. And they were all X-rays and like inside my mouth, pictures of my teeth, but they sent one image of my mouth. I'm gonna be honest, I don't appreciate the angle they
what is it?
chose. Yeah, hold on, I'm about to send it to you. Okay. I'm gonna send it to you directly, and I want you to keep in mind that we're business partners.
Not even sending it in the Creepcast server.
No, I don't. This is just for you.
This has gotta be between me and you, huh?
This is keep in mind we're business partners and we're professionals first and foremost. So.
First, why the image looks so oddly sexual, doesn't it?
I don't know if I'd say that.
Oh, I would. Oh, I would in a heartbeat. You know, it looks like a fucking Sabrina Carpenter album cover or something like that.
I saw that picture and I was like, maybe it is that bad. Maybe I do have a problem.
It looks like a donkey's mouth or something. It looks like a farm
okay,
animal.
all right. We don't need to go in all that detail.
Oh, wow. You better show this on the episode. People have some context, because good God. I tell you what, these are two, like, fucking Peruvian pillows just stacked on top of each other. Good Lord, look at these sons of bitches. How is your top lip so impossibly white? It's like they drained all the blood out of your supple lip, and yet it didn't lose any form.
Flash bulb in my face when they took the photo.
Well, that's the thing, is that your bottom lip is almost blister red, and the top lip is like it's translucent white. Yeah, you know what's the most fucked up thing though is there's no blood in there. They didn't lose shape at all. I mean, it is still plump.
You got too excited.
Wow.
You peaked. What'd you say there? Okay,
wow.
Whatever. I don't need to hear whatever you say.
This fucking photo.
You know what?
Holy hell. Also, I want to, don't delete it. What are you doing? Also, too, the file size is so small. So whenever you open it, you have to like zoom in like 400 times to even see the fucking image. Why aren't they giving you a higher res deal?
Because they sent me. Okay, so funny you mentioned that because the new office was like, we can't use any of these.
Something's wrong.
And I'm like, why not? And they're like, the image quality is way too small. And I pull up the email and I go to the images. Every single picture was collaged onto one page of Microsoft Word. It was like 80 pictures.
No one's been through here in centuries. This has to be the right place.
In there. Sorry, buddy. We have to do just teeth on that one. You're like, good. That's all I wanted you to do.
The image you're seeing now is just a cropped screenshot I took of the little. That's why it's so small.
There is
but I had to get new
absolutely,
X-rays.
There's absolutely no way. There's no way that your dentist doesn't use this to kiss, and to have some kind of. Yeah, I feel like this is his just like perfect lips folder, and he puts it in there, and he does. Oh my God, perfect lips. I'd go back in and I would say, what are you doing with this? That's what I'd say. I'd go back. I'd demand it. He's like, you want some floss? I'm like, no, put the fucking floss away from me. I'm like, what are you doing with these pictures? I'm like, I go to a dentist and this is 80% lip. Like, there's barely any teeth in this.
Yeah, what are you getting with this picture? There's 40 X-rays. What does
this
this do for you?
This is such an anomaly too. Your bottom row of teeth, there's like 4 teeth there.
Okay, we don't need to get into this level of detail. I'm pretty sure this violates HIPAA at this point.
This is like, God. I've never seen teeth look so big yet so small. It's so uncanny. It's like a goddamn Salvador Dali painting.
Okay,
I'm like,
all right.
Good Lord. All right, we're fucking reading a story. You should have never sent that picture to me. You should have never sent that. Because I'll tell you what, that's just for my own personal hell. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I downloaded it too. I can't.
I'm glad you're getting so much mileage out of this.
I can't picture. I can't.
Manco's resting place.
If you
This
deleted
looks
that,
suspicious.
if you deleted that, I'd freak out. Okay. Oh God.
So the story, the Rat King. I like the setup with the younger brother sick, and I really like that one line they said where they were describing like the cough and everything, and it's like I don't want to stop playing either. The second cough drops to his knees. Kings don't get sick, but little brothers do. So it establishes like this very idyllic world, and it's a very simple way to give us some weight to the characters and their connection. Like the older brother wants to be stronger for the little brother, and the little brother's ill, but he doesn't want to stop like this world he has with the older brother.
This
And
looks like a
it gives
procession of
us
the
a lot
dead.
relationship
It's the
context
Order
very
hiding
quickly.
Manko from the cult of
And also
Kukulkan.
just like we were talking about with the tunnel and stuff like that, the idea of people underneath the town, like, you know, subterranean people. It's just a cool idea. What?
All I'm picturing is that big white lip flapping up and down, dude. Being able to form words.
Shit,
That's actually
no.
what I can understand. I'm like, you must have so much muscle in your face to flap those big fucking beaks around.
I'll admit, the picture looks pretty rough, okay? But when you look at me in the face, it makes sense in context, okay? It's fine. You were really. I mean, people have been like, "Oh, you have big lips," but you're the first person I met that's really honed in on that. It's like a thing.
Unavoidable.
Okay.
You're like the kid in class who shit his pants and everyone's trying to pretend they can't smell it. Bullshit. I'm like, look at this. Look at these lips flapping around. Unbelievable. This photo. I'm telling you. I mean, we're in February and I feel like it's Christmas. And this is a treat. This is a true gift you just gave me right here. Wow.
Why does that mean so much to you?
This shows burial dolls, pottery, and textiles being placed in here with the dead. This wasn't just a hiding place. The Order turned it into a crypt. This lever should raise the water level.
This is an insane invasion of my privacy. You don't even care. Just sit it out. Just go. It's gonna show up in a Meat Canyon cartoon.
It's done.
Something.
There's no avoiding it.
What have you done with it?
This picture was promised to me 3,000 years ago.
This lever should raise the water level. The Order left members behind as sentinels when they sealed the system. All these bones. They sacrificed themselves to protect this place.
Oh, God.
I was trying to get back on course and you took us
We're back.
off.
I'm back on course.
Okay. I was talking about how I like the dynamic of
I heard all that. I'm saying, where are we at on the text? Okay. It's time to talk about something scary. Or health. I know I don't go in the doctor as much as I should. If I'm feeling sick, I'll just lie in bed and sleep it away. But that's only because I don't want to have to deal with the appointments, insurance, and blah, 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 blah. That's why I have ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors. Choose the right one for your needs and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and much more. And the
Hello,
nice thing about
Manko.
ZocDoc
Now,
is that you can filter
where's the
for
amulet?
doctors that take your insurance, are nearby, and are highly rated. It's super easy to use, and you can find an appointment time that works for you with the right doctor for your needs. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast.
Now,
Typically
to
within
get this back to
24 to 72
Uchu.
hours of booking. You can even score
There's
same-day
light coming through this wall. Another
but you
sealed
should
off
probably
passageway,
see a
I bet.
doctor. So stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/creepcast to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/creepcast. ZocDoc.com/creepcast. Thank you, ZocDoc, for sponsoring the episode. Back to our spooky story.
I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Factor. Factor makes healthy eating easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs. If the cold weather's got you moving slow or you just don't want to take the time to cook, Factor's the perfect option for you. Not only because of how easy it is, but because it's real food that's healthier than anything else you'd make in that time, and it tastes delicious. With 100 rotating meals that are ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, you're sure to find something you love. You can get meals for dietary restrictions. You can get meals that target your objectives, like Protein Plus. And Factor has a ton of options around their meals, things like smoothies, breakfast, snacks, and premium dinners. And this is all with no prep work, no grocery lines, and virtually no cleanup. Factor lets me have an easy meal without feeling bad about it. And because of how great they taste, there's no compromise. So if you're looking to get in on this offer, then now's the perfect time. Because if you head to the link in the description at factormeals.com/creepcast50 off and use code creepcast50 off, you'll get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for a year. That's right, half off your first box and free breakfast for a year. The note, this applies to new subscribers only and varies by plan. Get in now and eat like a pro this month with Factor. Once again, that's factormeals.com/creepcast50 off with code creepcast50 off to get in on this incredible offer today. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring the show. Their link will be in the description, and we are now back to the episode. Whatever the truth is, there's something below the surface. Something wrong. Something that makes the children sick and the adults weary and paranoid. When we get home, my parents rush my brother to the hospital, and he stays there for several days whilst they run all kinds of tests. I'm allowed to visit on the third day, and I find my mother sat in the waiting room, holding his twig crown in her hands. She gestures to the crown.
Contamination risk.
My brother seems to have somehow shrunk in the past 3 days, although perhaps that's just perspective. He is, after all, surrounded by huge machines that whir and beat, tubes that loop over the side of his bed. He smiles when he sees me, makes a movement to give me a hug, but a doctor calmly puts his hand on his chest. No sudden movements. I try and hold it together to be the best big sister I can be, kissing his forehead, stroking his hair, telling him he's gonna be all right. I try and ignore the look in the doctor's face. At the end of the third day, they take my parents into a separate room, and I can only make out their silhouettes through the misted glass. I can see my mother put her head in her hands, my father put his arm around her. They don't say anything until we get home, where my father calmly takes every plate out of the drawer, smashes them against the wall. A dozen porcelain explosions, and he collapses to the floor with huge animal sobs. I cook dinner, and we eat it out of the pan.
Ah, Laura. Quincy returned a short while ago. Little worse for wear, but alive. Glad to see you're okay as well.
That system is quite a challenge. I'm happy Quenty made it back.
It's strange.
But without the Savior's amulet, I'm afraid.
6 years.
You
to
mean
be
this
precise.
Savior's amulet?
There must have been some tradition about these.
Laura,
falling
you found
about
it.
the man.
That's incredible.
Here.
Each week, I take
I can't
bundles
thank you
of
enough.
food and water to several
When Zan
spots
returns with the
upstream
Champions
from
Bowl, we
various
will honor all
tunnels
of
or
the
side
gatherers,
entrances.
including you,
There I
if
place
you
them
join
in
us.
the water and watch
I'll
as
be
they
there.
follow the course of the water, down and round, and eventually disappear into the black mouths of the tunnels. Sometimes, if I leave it until it gets dark, I can hear things coming from these entrances.
What are we doing
Paranoid
here?
whispers,
I never wa-
wails, something like humming. It's as if 100 people are speaking all at once, 1,000 miles away, and the echo of the echo of the echo of their voices is drifting out into the night. So is she saying that it's part of the family? Like the men are supposed to go feed whatever's down this river?
Well, I think that it's saying that. Well, I think she's saying that the men in the family are like ones that get sick, or they're the ones that are being like. It seems like men in this family are the ones. At least that's how I read it. Are people that are appearing like that's why it's affecting her brother.
I
now,
gotcha,
which I want to say I do love that line. How creepy is that to like you take the bundles of food down to the tunnels, whatever, and then from there you can hear like the echo of an echo of an echo of like thousands of like tons of people talking thousands of miles away. Just such an interesting like picturing that in your head, just hearing it. It's so soft and so like just like a slight whisper into your ear. Really fun.
Yeah. I make sure that whenever I visit my brother, I bring him strawberries, his favorite food, till he grows too weak to eat them, until I have to cut them up with a knife and fork into small, bite-sized pieces, which I feed to him. We pretend for a while that he's still the king, and I'm just a knight who's making sure my king is fed and healthy. But it soon becomes too painful. It's a reminder of the years spent outside, long summers, the promise that we both might someday grow old. Around a month later, he
Here
comes
it is.
home. He's almost skin and bone at this point, but we still make the effort to have a little welcome home party. My father acts strange at dinner. You can see it in the way he moves, the redness around his eyes. That suggests he's been crying.
A boy like that shouldn't have to face death. He shouldn't have to grapple with it, to try and understand it, to rationalize it.
He looks to me.
I need to be careful.
A boy like that should live forever.
My brother was always the favorite, and I knew that. I didn't mind. He was my favorite too. That's a heartbreaking line. That's so sad.
It's it's heartbreaking but sweet given the context. But yeah, I mean it's I think that it's I don't think it's supposed to be something where it's malicious, or it's not supposed to be something where it's like the parents are obviously loving the child more. I think it's just that like this is a being that is impossible not to love. To the, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I also, it does remind me of what is that thing with there's a word for it, but kids who was raised with a sick sibling, while the attention was directed towards the sick siblings because they're kind of neglected. There's a word they have for it, but it kind of reminds me of that. Which I don't know. I may be just paranoid, but something about the father's line, a boy like that should live forever, makes me feel a little suspicious.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a weird line, but also if your son is dying of cancer or of
I mean,
some kind
it's
of
a
sickness
like outside of the context of it being a no sleep story. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. But because it's in a no sleep story,
I mean, it's a red herring or it's a sign that's coming.
That night, I hear a rustle, hushed whispers, and the lock to the back door spring open. Curious, I found my blinds and see, still partially illuminated by the light
I'm
from
in.
inside.
Unuratu just left with Hakan.
And in his arms,
She'll be ready when you open the gate.
and a face, my brother. Immediately, I get dressed and make my way noiselessly downstairs and out the house, following as best I can in the dark. I follow him down the back roads, through the fields, and eventually to the mouth of a tunnel. The roar of the water coming from it muffles my movements, and I lurk at the very edge of my father's glow as we enter. Thankfully, he does not look back often. When he does, he seems to be in a trance, eyes glazed over, an expression on his face. It gets quieter as we get further and further into the tunnels, and I have to take care not to make any sound, holding my breath, making exaggerated, short steps. There are noises, though. My father holds an old-fashioned lantern in his hand, which casts a small sphere of light across the tunnel, and every now and again he'll freeze and hold it in front of him, as if challenging someone to come out from the dark. Whispers bounce off the walls of the tunnel, saying all sorts of strange and horrible things. I hear the faint sound of manic laughter over some tuneless hum. My father carries something that makes strange, periodic clicking noises. And every so often starts clicking rapidly until he moves on. There's writing on the walls. The further we get, the more invented it gets. It goes from teenagers graffiti to warnings, stay away. They must not go. And scrawled almost childish letters. Stay a while. I think about the rats we were warned about. Imagine them as a pack stalking me in the same way I'm following my father, milky-eyed and hungry, peering at me from crevices
right
in
track.
the wall and from under the surface of the water. We start going down an incline, and I have to hang further back, trying to time my steps with my father so he doesn't hear.
Careful.
Shipalchuko so okwautan takbelama. Maukatuyal tuskutaki kuba lekushilmakobo. Oksakola le nonojo. Vale misbalu belal. Yang koksik tu yole kukulkal nevejo. Minka.
Sounds like all the thoughts of it starts to reek not only of shit but of sweat and bile. Order of the rats speaking. Great brain leaking. Their worries and anxieties and desires spilling out and into our world. My father pushes on and we get deeper. The tunnels turn from brick to concrete and the graffiti turns to actual printed text. Plaza, 1 mile approximately. Oh, so I guess that does point to the idea that there was a city down here at one point, right?
Yeah, like
there's like road signs.
Yeah.
The noise starts to hit me like a wall, and I grow my confidence. Standing up straight, there's
This
no
looks like
way
the right
you can hear
place.
me over this.
Okay, why did they leave them here? Why did they leave them? So they're surrounded by this idiots and
Incomprehensible. So many words layered over each other. It sounds like TV static. And then we emerge into this vast underground chamber. It seems to be a small lights on the edge of my clothes and skin. Vision swims temperature of sweat, hot breath, whatever it is that's here, it's emanating into the room and reality around
There's
us.
a gate I need to open.
Stinks. The voices are deafening. I can see the bundle of clothes in my father's arms start to wiggle and shake. And he holds his lamp up and I can see it first as a wall the color of pallid skin until I can make out familiar shapes, hands, arms, faces, all coming from, attached to this wall. Legs and ears and fingers all bursting from this wall like spots or growths. Hundreds of mouths moving, hands endlessly grasping at nothing. Legs spasming and trying to move along the slick ground, and some shapes are more defined than others. You can see some bodies that are half absorbed by this wall, some that still have the shape of a human, shoulders, bellies, and some that have been completely absorbed, so that all that's left is facial features spread out of a mass of skin. And it occurs to me that these were people. And the sound and the stenches coming from this thing, whatever it is, this thing that laughs and screams and whoops and mutters and spits, until it dawns on me that it's not just a wall, because somehow, slowly and with great effort, it's moving, swaying and stumbling. Fraction by fraction, it starts to make its way towards us. The eyes that litter its surface fixed on the white bundle in my father's arms, the mouth filled with yellow teeth hollering and wailing. Fingers across the surface contracting. That's all I can do. Watch my father It's too weak to resist, and the voices seem to reach a fever pitch.
There's the gate I need to
United
open.
For just a second as he joins, and I can hear him scream louder and louder, until I lose his voice amongst the others. We watch for a while, trying to keep track of my brother's body, before the thing shifts and wobbles and new faces appear. Well, as once my brother disappears in the dark, my father turns around, walks straight towards me, grabs my hand and pulls.
We have to go now.
I have so many questions. How did he know I was here? What is this thing? Is my brother okay? But he's stronger than me, and when he tugs on my hand, I stumble after him. He says only one thing to me, once we're far enough away for the sound to turn back to whispers. He says it with tears in his eyes, and for a moment, I could see that he's not just a man, but also a boy, deep down. And that he's just as scared and hurt and confused as I am.
That thing, it does not die. It does not age.
A pause as he wipes the tears from his cheeks.
It will not die down here.
When we return home, my mother has fallen asleep at the kitchen table waiting for us. When we wake her, she looks at us as if we had killed him ourselves. I think of my father's words. We will not die down there. I wonder if, perhaps, death might have been better. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're almost over, then I'll talk about. Man. I still do the jobs that were meant for my brother, the strange rituals that were meant for the man of the family. I still pack and send the bundles of food into the tunnels. But now that I know what's down there, take a few extra steps and make sure to put strawberries amongst the food, picking the biggest and juiciest I can find. Spare hour or so, I'll make a little crown, twigs and string, and hope that it finds them somehow in the dark. And if I get close enough to hear the whispers, shrieks, and laughter, sometimes I can make out his voice amongst them. The voice of my little king, my rat king. Oh, brother. Oh, I forgot about the title of the story. It gave me chills there at the end. Oh, bro.
I love this. I really like it for, you kind of see this with like, I mean, like I'm a huge Cronenberg fan, and with stuff like The Fly, and these horror narratives or these things, or stories where the main character is, it's like somebody who's just to this creature, rat king itself. It's just a fun act of desperation and unwillingness to be able to let go and be able to say goodbye is such a emotional and human thing that I feel like everybody would have, so many people would have a different response to that. I think some people would be like, well, I would do anything to keep the child alive as well. I think that like it does, you know, even in the story they do have, there's literally the Pet Cemetery line of sometimes dead is better, you know? Yeah. It's like that kind of thing. I love that.
I think the concept is different because I agree with
Now,
the sister at the
I
end
need
where
to
she's
open
like,
that
you know,
gate.
sometimes dead is better. Versus becoming a part of this amalgamation of eternal flesh, right? But I think important context is the mention that one of the theories people have around this thing is that it was started by a cult sometime in the past, right? That they conjured up something so awful, and now people are
The
trapped.
gate mechanism might be on the top of that wall.
Like a nuclear test or something. The dad's a part of that cult, and the family has been for generations.
Yeah. The family's definitely a part of it, and I think even that's why the mom is like, you might as well have just killed him because she knows exactly what
she knows what it is. I mean, they're the one. It says the men of the family take the food to the river, right?
Yep.
And they feed whatever's down there the whole time. So it's different for him, who is a part of this cult and has seen this thing for generations, possibly, to be like, oh, we'll give it to the eternal mass rather than, you know, let him die. Which goes back to that line the dad said, where he's like, a boy like that should live forever, where he comes to the decision of like, I guess I'm gonna give him to the mass, right? But man, the opening where the sister was like, they were playing pretend and he was a king, and then at the end she put strawberries in the crown on the food she sends is so heartbreaking. But that last line, my rat king, oh my gosh, dude.
Well, it's a fun idea of that you're playing Dungeons and Dragons at the beginning, and then you literally go into a sewer that is like a dungeon, and that's where he gets to be his king. You know what I mean?
And then there's like the description where he's talking about, or the sister is talking about how she was his knight. She would bring him food and take care of him while he was sick in his hospital bed, and now she's continuing to do that as he's part of the mass.
This is one of those stories where sometimes, you know, sometimes when these stories, because this was a nice short story. Sometimes after we read these short stories, I'm always like, man, I wish there was more. But with this story, I just really loved how everything was approached. You know, you got to understand that the child was sick. You get a little element of the cult. Like nothing was ever overstepping itself, and you got just enough of information to make it satisfying. Like I really do feel like this is just like a perfect link through this type of concept and the way that they executed. I think Max did a great job.
Yeah. This was fantastic. This is the first story we've read by this guy. That was a banger. Like down to the pacing of it and the execution. I like how the father knew she was there the whole time, but was like, I guess she has to see this at some point, especially if she's going to be the one feeding this down here, right?
Well, yeah.
So he lets her follow.
I always love in these in these stories where somebody knows about a monster or they're dealing with a monster. We kind of had this in the story where the moth with the moth OC.
Yeah, very, very similar.
I love when there's a character, even in the Moth OC episode, it was like there was the father who even kind of knew what the son had to do. It's this thing of like when you have your beliefs and it's hard to swallow, and it's like even the dad at the end, I don't think that he's particularly stoked that his son is just a part of this monster, this amalgamation now.
He's not.
You know, but it's a thing that they obviously still believe in, they take care of, and they do that. So in a way, I like that because it's justifiable why he would be like, you know, it's better than death in his eyes, because it's obviously something that he cares about, that he takes care of. So it's
He's
just
still
fun.
like he can't let go of his son yet. So now he's like, oh well, if I do this, my son will be there in some way, right?
Yeah.
Even if I don't get to see him directly, I know I'm still taking care of him. I know he's still in the dark somewhere, right? I also like the subtle kind of world building stuff, where it's like they go down there and there was a plaza, so it's like, was there sitting down here? Or is this all part of whatever this spell, this ritual is?
Mother!
But then the description of the room,
Would
where
you
there's lights
get
in
him
the
out of
distance
here?
that might as well be stars because they give off impossible depth to the space. It reminded me of John Milton, not John Milton, the other John, the guy that did the Paradise Lost depiction. Hold on. There is one piece of art from Paradise Lost that I think about all the time. John Martin's who I'm thinking of. John Martin. John Milton was the author of Paradise Lost.
Jonah.
Yeah, Pandemonium. Okay, hold on. Let me
Fine.
send you this image.
They
real quick.
got him out, but
So,
Unuratu was
when
captured.
describing hell and Satan's throne in Paradise Lost,
Yeah.
John
I'm going off to the box.
Milton
I don't know how long
gave
it'll
This
take.
depiction of it. And what I
Thanks.
love about this image is you see
The eye
Satan
of the
on the throne,
serpent.
and then you
That's
see like
it.
the rows of people behind, but you see the lights hanging on the ceiling, and you kind of have a sense of depth on the first row of how far back they go, but then there's rows and rows of lights, and it's like this room he's in is impossibly large, right? So when she talks about walking into the room and then seeing lights that were impossible depth, it reminded me of this, and now I'm thinking maybe the author, because the author is Max Voynich, named after Voynich manuscript. He's obviously into like some weird esoteric stuff. Maybe that's kind of the idea he was conjuring, the idea of this underground like circle of demons, this infinite task of like the devil and his power, and that probably ties back into the cult and like this creatures made. But all that's done. But the point I'm trying to say is I got all these ideas off of a sign that said Plaza and then a description of how big the room is. And it's like, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And he does so much with so little by using the time he has to get these really cool ideas across, and like maybe these cool theories, real theory crafting you can do with the little pieces he gives. It's like he has a cohesive idea of where this stuff came from, how it all came to be, but he just sprinkles clues of it so you can try to put it together. And I think that's really neat.
Yeah,
I really love this story. I thought it was awesome.
The use of the body horror too at the end is awesome. I think that should all know, but it's also something where it's a fine line you gotta ride, because sometimes that shit it all sounds the exact same. So sometimes you have to just be just enough to give you a fun understanding of this like actual rat that is tied together in a literal flesh sense, without just being something that's like generic. You know, it served its purpose in a great way that lends itself to the story, versus trying to take the limelight and be like, isn't this crazy? It's just like a fun accent to the story, which was nice. So I'm gonna read another one from him.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll have his stuff linked in the description. This guy has a ton of stories on his Reddit. It's a shame he hasn't posted in 6 years. I want him to keep writing.
Who knows? Maybe with some support here, and maybe with once he sees this, it could be something too. Maybe he's cooking something huge.
Could be. But it'd be very cool if you like this, to show him some support so that he gets on board. That'd be cool. Or he gets to make more stuff or something, because I want more of this. Anyway, our second story from him today is called "If We Misbehaved as Children, We Had to Stand in the Shed. Something Else Stood With Us." So, are you ready, Hunter?
Let's do it.
It was as simple as that. You misbehaved, you stood in the shed. As I've grown older, I've come to realize that it wasn't just if we were naughty, but if our parents wanted some space, some time alone to get rid of us when they had guests over. They were always throwing these lavish and expensive dinners with services in Latin, incense, and all the guests masked and dressed in black. They needed us gone. The shed itself was rotting, an old wedge structure that sat at the bottom of our garden. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes walking across. Sure, that might not sound like
Looks like there's a temple
try
down
walking
there.
for 4 minutes in any direction you choose and see how far you get. Go on, time it. I think you'd be surprised. So after we made the mistake, chewed with our mouth open, asked a rude question, used the wrong cutlery, we were sent off. If we were together, Naomi, my younger sister, and I, the walk didn't seem too long. We could talk, try to take our minds off the shed, off the fact that it had its own whale, the fact that sometimes it was so dark you couldn't see one end from the other. We try and ignore the fact that sometimes the tapping on the window sounded less like branches and more like some form of echolocation, like some giant and curious creature on the other side trying to draw us out. We'd stand there, shaking hand in hand, humming songs we could half remember, whispering stories to each other. Anything to make the time pass. I tried to keep her spirits up, to make sure she wasn't as terrified as I felt, as I couldn't let on that I felt. Sometimes she'd repay the favor. She'd tell me about her favorite animals, how big they were, what they ate, where I might find them if I was interested.
I got
It helped.
Unuratu captured.
Quiet, focused tone of her voice. The obvious pleasure she took in naming them all, despite our situation. I was much worse behaved than Naomi. She
I
was
got
all blonde hair
Unuratu
and
captured.
smiles, ribbons, long and looping handwriting,
What's
and
to-
pristine diaries. I wasn't interested in any of that.
I got
Being a boy,
Unuratu
and being
captured.
so proud of being a boy, brandishing
What's
my
Dominguez
scraped
gonna do
knees,
with
torn
her?
clothes, refusing to bathe until my father would hold me down and force me upstairs. As such, I spent a lot longer in that shed than she did. As time passed, I began to realize there was something wrong with it. Sure, the air in there was colder, stiller than the air outside.
Who made
Sure,
these
rats and
things?
mice slipped under the floorboards, squealing and gnawing and climbing over each other in the dark. Sure, if you came in the daylight, you'd
It's
see a
not
flock
Maya
of crows
or
talking
Inca.
to each other as you entered, treating little caws as if discussing you. But there was something else. A sense that you were never truly alone there. A sense that, shivering and hidden in the dark, something was watching you. I
It's
like,
high,
again,
but I could dive.
Max
All
does
right.
a really good job.
Here I
in
go.
The 2 examples we've seen of giving you so much with so little. Because there's a little description of the parents where it's like when they needed, they sent us out whenever they needed time to their self. And it has a mention that they throw lavish and expensive dinners with incense and all the guests.